G'day, it's Robbie again. Well, it's been quite a while since I've done a video. I've been busy. I had a few issues to sort out, and yeah, the weather's been so bloody cold and miserable too, because it is winter here in South Australia, and even though it's not enormously wet, it is pretty chilly. So anyway, I'm in the shed today. I've got a free moment, and I'll show you some of my latest purchases. I've actually picked up a few things lately. And it's all just, luck of the draw. You just, go to an odd garage sale or clearing sale or something, or even down the local salvos, and you can pick up some good stuff. So I'll show you what I've got, and yeah, bit of variety. Well, first off, I got this. This is a little tub of stuff I got from a guy who was selling out his workshop, and he sold most of it, and I basically went over to get these oil cans, these Rigas. He was the other side of town from me, so it was a bit of a run, but anyway, I dropped in for a mate while I was over there and checked out his new 3D printer he's got, and yeah, it was a good way to kill a morning. So anyway, what have I bought? Well, I got these. As you know, I'm a big fan of Riga oil cans. They're the best. The best, for sure. And these go for decent sort of money. It's around the sort of $30 mark from the dealers, 30, 40 bucks. Then you've got to pay postage, so they work out, fairly expensive for what they are. Although as an oil can goes, they're still good value, because they're way better than those cheap shit Chinese things you get, which are total junk. Anyway, he had these advertised $15 each, and I thought, that's not a bad price, 15. So I contacted him and said, "Will you take 10 for them?" Because I had to drive to the side of town to get them. He said, "Yeah, I'll take 10. So anyway, I went over and got these. This one looks good. It's been repainted, red. I'll come in a bit closer on it first off. Yes, you can see somebody's run the old red paintbrush over it, but this is the good model. This is the one you want. It's got all the brass fittings. The later ones had nickel or cadmium coated fittings. And the later ones again had a plastic bung there. They didn't have these nice screw-on top ones, like this, which are really well made and got a seal in there. And these are the ideal. These are the ideal oil can, because they're high pressure. You can squirt oil into ball oilers on machinery. They'll squirt oil probably 10 feet easy, they're really good. And I've used them to bleed clutch master cylinders and brake systems on cars as well. You can pump the fluid up from the bottom, push any air bubbles out that way. So that one's not bad. $10, you can't go wrong. Bottom looks good. It's got a small dent here, I noticed, in there, which is a pity. That's all right. I'll strip all this paint off. I'll put a little bit of bog in there, fill a bog, smooth it off, you never know, and I'll give it another coat of paint. Should come up pretty good, I think. Might even polish the brass, you never know. So I was happy with that, $10. Now this is the other one, same size. These aren't the best size to get. These are the half-pint ones. I've got a couple of bigger ones, but they're a bit bulky. I like these. These are good, Once again, the bottom's in good shape. And even if they leak, you can always just run the soldering iron around the bottom. Now, this one's had a happening. Someone's modified the nozzle on it. It should look like that, and it doesn't. For whatever reason, the curvy bit's been taken off, and somebody's machined up a ball oiler tip for it. That's not the original. Even if it was the one from the bent over nozzle, it wouldn't look like that. It'd be shorter for a start. Anyway, they've done a good job of it, so it's still usable. So whether they had it to go into ball oilers, which were vertical or horizontal, I don't know. But anyway, I won't lose any sleep over it. It's got the nice roll handle. They did that on the better ones. They had the roll grip, so cushioned against your fingers. This one's got a different sort of a roll on it, but it's still slightly rolled. And then they went to some that had a plain edge. See, that's been sort of folded over there. They're all a bit different. Anyway, $20 for the pair of them. That was a good deal, so I was happy with that. I've only got, what is that, mate? 9 oil cans, 9 Regas I've got now, so that's not bad. And he had a whole bunch of stuff there he tried to sell me, and prices were okay, nothing brilliant, but on a lot of it, but it was all good quality stuff. He had these are Hones, and these go down to a small size. Whoops, these are a good size. You can go down to whatever that is. 14 mil, 14.5 mil. So that's not a bad size. If you're working on, model engines, making little steam engines or something, that's a nice hone size to get to clean up cylinders and stuff. And yeah, it's quite useful. So anyway, 2 of those, $10 each, which, well, I suppose it's okay. It's about half normal price, I think. But then again, these are not Chinese, these are good ones. And you've got a whole bunch of spare stones and springs in there as well. And, oh, what's that saying? Something at the bottom there. What's all this about? No, it's just a bit of oil paper. So yeah, anyway. 2 of them, $10 each. And they're both the same diameter. I've got larger ones of these for doing brake cylinders and clutch master cylinders and stuff like that, but this smaller size would be super handy. So yeah, that was that. So we're already up to $40, even though I went there to spend 20, we're up to 40. And then I spotted this. Now this is what it says. It's a Veritas optical centre punch, made in Canada. These are expensive to buy. If you buy them in Australia, you would pay anywhere from $130 to $150 for them, for a set, or for the unit. And here it is. And it's the little unit that goes on. There's your lens, which drops in to centre it, and here's your little centre punch that you then make your impression with. I said, how much for this? And he ummed and ahed, and he said, $30. Now, we're talking $100, $150 worth. Normally, $30 was pretty good, but I was a bit cheeky, so I said, and of course that was going to bring it up to $70 I have to spend. I said, you take 20 for it, and it was like I hit, it was like I hit a nerve. He said, oh no, can't take that. I said, okay, no problem, mate. So I gave him 30 for it. But you got to try. You never know. You might get a bargain, a super bargain. But that's it. It's beautifully made, and I might do a follow-up video on it to show you how these things work later. So yeah, that was it. So the whole lot was, what's that? $70. It was a good morning out. Anyway, on the way home, I dropped in some of my mate over there at Modbury North. We looked at his new toy, his 3D printer, very nice. Heading home, and I had to go past the Salvation Army op shop, where I buy an occasional thing, and it's always worth a look. You just never know. So I'll whip in there and have a quick look. And also I had some framed pictures that I wanted to donate so they could resell them, because they sell a lot of that stuff. A lot of pictures in there, so if you want, say, some nice pictures, to go on the wall of your house, yeah, the op shops have got a lot, and they turn over quite a few. They're very popular. Anyway, I'm digressing. Where was I? Oh yeah. So I wandered out the back and had a look in their odds and sods section. I'll show you what I bought. There you go, I saw these. Haha. Very good, Rob. Yeah, this is Trojan brand, which is top quality brand. It's a coping saw. I've got a coping saw, but mine's only a short one. This one's done very little work. It's as sharp as a tack. Really good. So I got that. That was $7. So that wasn't bad. And these normally go for about $35 for Trojan brand. So $7 was a big save, and that was worth getting. And then I saw another saw. So, not this one. So this one's never been used. Craft right. Got a bit of rust on the end. It's been hanging on the wall. Yeah, it's never been used. That was $5. So, for $12, $5 plus $7, I got two nice saws, virtually brand new. You can't go wrong, can you? And yeah, this one was definitely a super bargain, and this one was about half price, I suppose. I think these aren't a terribly expensive brand, but it's a nice sharp saw. You know, I've got several of these, and really old ones, and they're all as blunt as buggery. This is super sharp, and it'll be a pleasure to have something better. So there you go, guys. You've got to keep your eyes open, and you know, it's only money, isn't it, at the end of the day? Well, that's it for now, guys. I hope you found it interesting, and yeah, it's all part of the fun, isn't it? The thrill of the chase, and sometimes you get lucky. All right, that's all for now. I'll see you next time. Cheers.